The Tesla Holiday update just dropped and brought with it a bunch of brand new features, with some just a button press away from unleashing greatness in your car, while others require a little bit of secret knowledge of knowing exactly where to look and what to do. So in this video, let's break down 10 of the all-new hidden features that are here to transform your Tesla Model 3 and Tesla Model Y, and also show off where Tesla moved some of your favorite features now behind some confusing pages. If you've been searching for one of your long-time favorite features, let me show you where Tesla probably moved that to. Now, before we jump into hidden features, I quickly just want to know your thoughts on this latest update, because it seems like so many Tesla owners are very, very split on whether this was a good update or a bad update. Some owners love the new look, they love the colorful icons, the Easter eggs, while others think that this is a major regression and it puts more emphasis on form rather than function, and the form isn't even all that good in this latest update. Also, some owners of, or I guess all owners of the Model S and Model X of that were not refresh versions, so these were like, what, 2020 and before, they got a very limited update that really doesn't bring with it a lot of the bells and whistles that were brought to the cheaper Model 3 and Model Y. So I'm curious, what are your thoughts on sort of all of this? What do you think about what Tesla is doing? And do you think this was a good update or a bad update? Let me know your thoughts on this latest update down below. Of course, one of the flagship features of this aptly named holiday update is an all-new light show feature that sort of shows off this awesome holiday-inspired choreographed light show that turns your Tesla into a giant boombox and a spotlight. It's really cool, and it's really easy to activate right within the car with just a couple of taps of a few buttons, but there's a whole other level here, a whole new hidden feature that not everyone is aware of, and that is that you can program the light show with your own music to basically look and sound however you want. If you've got a little time, patience, and creativity, you're able to jump onto the Tesla GitHub page linked down below, and you can program your own custom light show by following the instructions and getting the software that Tesla sort of walks you through on the website. It's really cool. Of course, it's going to take a little bit of time and a little bit of knowledge, but you can basically make your own custom light show that has your own music and your own choreographed lights and little special effects. It looks really cool, and some owners have already started to experiment with this feature and make some really cool things. But yeah, beyond just the light show built into the car, you can also make your own. Again, if you've got the time and patience to do it, you can make something really cool. Another cool, really hidden feature here is the ability to make FSD visualizations sort of full screen and take up the entire display. Now, I originally thought this could be done on all new versions of the software, but it looks like as of right now, it's just restricted to those who have FSD beta access and who are currently enrolled in the FSD beta program. But when enabled, you can sort of seemingly swipe over the visualizations to take up the entire display, and then you've got a full screen FSD visualization. So you've got all those colors, you can see all the shapes, everything the car sees, sort of the mind of car view. It looks super cool, and you sort of don't need to see the map. You can just sort of see your directions. You can pop up media if you want to, but instead of having sort of the split view of the visualizations plus the map, you can just make it all FSD visualizations if you want. So that's a really cool feature. If you have FSD beta, just go ahead and swipe over, make those visualizations full screen, and you can enjoy a cool new look inside of your Tesla. Now, one hidden feature here that isn't so much a new feature, but one that's hard to find, is where the icon is to save a dash cam clip. If you're driving along and something happens and you want to make sure the dash cam is recording that clip and make sure that clip is saved, where do you go? There used to be a little icon right in the upper right-hand corner that you could tap and save, and you could see the system was recording. That is no longer there any longer, and you want to make sure you don't confuse that Sentry and dash cam recording functionality with this. This is the FSD beta button to submit feedback to the FSD beta team if an incident goes wrong or any issue that goes on while you are doing any driving on the FSD beta. That is not the dash cam icon. That has now been moved under the quick control menu here. So tap on this little car icon here in the bottom left. This comes up, and then to save a clip, if you're driving along, something happens, you want to make sure you save it, tap the recording button there, and that will save the clip. It's a little confusing because you would assume tapping recording would stop the system from recording, but no, that is in fact how you want to save a clip and make sure that it is all saved and good to go while recording. And also, again, for those who don't know, if you want to view that recording, there's no longer a function or a button here to do that. You got to go down, close that, and then you got to come here to the new Dashcam app, and tapping on that will bring up the Dashcam system. I've also seen some complaints on this that the controls don't always pop up, and as you can see, sometimes sometimes. It's very buggy. I have a pretty good Samsung T5 in their SSD, and as you can see, it's not always the best. Sometimes you have to sort of swipe down or wait a minute. Obviously, still some kinks that need to be worked out, but there we go. That system is still there. It's just hidden behind another menu. Another question I see popping up a lot online is, where is the tire pressure information? Because you used to be able to swipe right here and see the pressure of your tires, or if you're like me, you've got this icon here saying, hey, something is wrong. In my case here, it is a low tire pressure. Where do I go to see that? Because there is no longer any swipe functionality here. I can't tap up here. Where do you go to see that? You can see the little bell here. It says, hey, tire pressure low. Where do you go to see that? Well, that is now under the service menu. So I'm not sure what that's going to load, but let's close out of that. If you go under service, that is where your tire pressure has moved, and you can reset the TPMS sensor and do all that under the service menu. So this, of course, everything has been sort of redesigned, and now you can view your tire pressure from the service menu. That is where you want to go to do that. While we're also here, another cool thing, we had seen some rumors that Tesla was experimenting with in-car upgrades, allowing you to subscribe to FSD or buy different upgrades from within the car. That was a rumored feature. Now that is a thing with the new upgrades tab inside of your car with this latest and greatest software update. Funny enough, it says no upgrades available as of right now, and I've retried this a few times, but this car can, in the Tesla app, I can buy the rear heated seats for $300. That's a paid upgrade. And also I could subscribe, or rather I can subscribe to the FSD, not the beta, the actual FSD software suite on a monthly service. So I have premium connectivity, but as of right now, I can't see any other options. So in theory here, you'll be able to subscribe to the FSD subscription service monthly. You'll be able to buy the rear heated seats or the heated steering wheel, all that stuff if your car has it, right from within the car itself. So not having to jump on the phone, you can do it right within the car. But that is something that you're going to have to wait to do, because as of right now for me, it's just not working. But that new tab is there. Another new feature here that I absolutely love is the new blind spot camera functionality. I had this in my 2016 Civic and I loved it, and now it is here on my 2019 Tesla in the year 2021. So essentially what this means is if you go to turn right, the camera for that side will turn on, and you can see who's in your blind spot there in the corresponding lane. Also works as you turn left. Before, you could always turn on the cameras and sort of see things that way. If I can go to the right icon there, those look way too similar. There's the cameras, but it was never automatic. It was manual. It was a little annoying. To make things simple, now you can turn it on. So when you go right, you can see the right lane. When you go left, you can see the left lane. This is super cool. Really great feature, but not everyone knows where to go to turn this on. To turn this on, you want to go into your controls here. You want to go under autopilot, funny enough. I'm not sure why it's there. And then there's a new automatic blind spot camera. Turn that on. It is not on by default. Doing that will allow you to sort of have the functionality now where you can see the camera pop up right in the lower left-hand corner of your screen as you're driving. Really cool. And you can turn that on and off super easily right within the menu there inside of the Tesla settings. Another common question I see popping up a lot is, where is the charging button? You used to be able to press a button and see all the different supercharging stations around you. Now that is not on there, where is that button? Well, it has now been moved to the navigation button. So if I tap on here, I now have home, work, I have got all the favorites and stuff, and now a charging button. So if I tap on charging, that is what will show me all of the nearby Tesla supercharging stations. It's no longer now a dedicated button. It is now a separate button inside of navigation. Also, I can actually adjust the different speeds here. That's kind of cool. I can also, is that speeds? I don't know what that is. Anyways, there's a new little functionality there. Also, you can now hide and unhide these little 3-button combos here. Some people don't like the satellite, live traffic, all that stuff. You can now hide that there if you don't want to see it, just by tapping on the map. Also, waypoints are now here as well. If I go to a destination here, let's say I want to go to I don't know, we're going to go to all that barbecue here. I can now add waypoints and edit the trip. So as I make my way to my destination, if I go here to the 3 buttons here, I can now add a stop. So this has been something that many people have long been waiting for. Let's say I want to go to Trader Joe's right there. I now can add waypoints built into the Tesla mapping system. So that's now there. You just got to edit the trip with those 3 buttons here, or in order to enable that. And that is how you want to do that. Another hidden feature here, just for those who don't know, Tidal is now a music streaming option inside of the Tesla. That was not the case before. It's like one of the most recent additions they've added. It's the only thing they've added besides Spotify. It is now here because a lot of people didn't have access to it before. If you want to have access to it, just jump into the apps here. go to title, and then you can sort of log in here with your title account. It is a paid service, so just keep that in mind. But now title is an option inside of your Tesla as a music streaming service of choice. Another cool feature here is with seat calibration. So if you've ever had issues with your seat in the car, if it's not going in the right place, sometimes I've had it where it doesn't seem to lock into the position just right. It seems to sort of lose its memory, so to speak, like it doesn't remember exactly where to go. You can now recalibrate your seat. It's a new section here under, I believe it's the service menu. Yes, it is under seat and steering calibration. So now you can run through this process where you can recalibrate your seat. It'll relearn your settings, and it should give you better accuracy in terms of the position and the recline and the incline and all that stuff. That can now be done through the seat calibration menu here inside of service. So if you've had an issue where the Tesla is not remembering your seat preference of choice, try recalibrating your seat. That seems to do the trick. All right, two more features here I want to show off. One is a way to send feedback to the Tesla team if there's a bug, an issue, something going on that you want to make sure that Tesla knows about. You can long press the car icon here and send feedback directly to Tesla. So if I just long press this, there we go. It says thank you for your feedback. I think it just takes a screenshot and it takes some diagnostics and it sends that over to Tesla. And I've also heard that it does that or it saves a log of that information so mobile service can see what was happening. So if you want to basically kind of capture a moment where your Tesla was having issues, that's the way to do it. And last but not least, some new audio changes have happened here. Some new audio settings have appeared on here as well. If you go into the audio system here, if we just let's say load up the FM radio, go to our settings, you now have independent subwoofer control for the long range and performance models with the premium interior. I do not have a subwoofer in the Standard Range Plus, so I don't have access to that, but that now should be a separate dial on those higher end cars. What's new for me though is this immersive audio slider. These now have balanced, low and off, and an auto button. I never had that before, so that's a new thing there. And then also balance is the same, and then now you can have explicit content on and off, and then it'll affect streaming and title in terms of streaming content. So some two little things there to keep in mind as you navigate through the wild world of Tesla's new software update. So I'm curious, what are your thoughts on this holiday update? Is this the version 11 that we've long been waiting for? Is it more of a step backwards? Is it cool? What are your thoughts on this? I'm so curious. Let me know down below. Also, if you have found any hidden features of your own, if you've discovered something in a menu or a cool little Easter egg, let me know in the comments down below. We can all share our cool hidden features together and sort of get excited about what Tesla's doing. And hopefully Tesla continues to make improvements and makes updates better and better. But at least we got an update this holiday season, and it seems to be one of the biggest updates we've gotten, I want to say, all year. All of 2021, Tesla has certainly done a lot of work with FSD beta and visualizations, but this was one that every owner, regardless of FSD status, could enjoy. So let me know your thoughts down below. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I am Robert Rosenfeld, as always. Thank you so much, and I will see you all in the next one.